Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a special video for all the subscribers now that we have crossed over 1,500 people on the YouTube channel and we also have around 500 odd people on the Telegram group. So I wanted to do a special video and share this tool with you guys. This is a tool that I've created myself. It's called Portfolio Performance Modeler. And what it does is it basically simulates the performance of multiple different portfolios, right? So what we can do is we can enter the stocks that we want to be included in our portfolio. We can enter either their weights or we can enter their amounts, and we can create multiple such stocks and include them in portfolio and just see what the performance is going to look like. So just as a demo, let me just create a portfolio of two stocks just so that we can have a demo and show you what it looks like when we look at the portfolio performance. So I inputted two tickers, which is TCS and the SBI Bank, and I entered the weights of 50% for each of them. I could have entered the amount also. In fact, that is what I did. And when I do that and I calculate the portfolio performance, it'll fetch the data for both of these companies. It takes a little while, so be a little patient with it. But when you do that, it fetches the data for both of these tickers, creates them into a portfolio by this weight, and then shows us what the performance has been over different time periods. And it also gives us a nice chart of the overall performance of the portfolio. So if you look at what we are seeing here, we are seeing that for an equal weighted portfolio of TCS and SBI Bank, 50-50 each, the 1 month performance has been around 4.81%. The 3 month performance has been around 8.77%. The 6 month has been around 5.6%. However, the 1 year is negative 4.5%. So, what it means is that there has been a general underperformance in the last 1 year or 12-month period. However, if you look at a horizon of less than 6 months, then generally the trend has been slight flattish or positive returns. So, this is a very useful tool I feel for running scenarios or to sharing with your clients. So if you're a registered investment advisor or a research analyst or in general any kind of intermediary in the investing business, you need something like this in order to play out the scenarios in front of your clients. So let me just try and run some scenarios here so that we get clarity on what can be done here. So there are a few examples that I wanted to run, and let me just quickly see what all can be done here. So let me quickly open up the list that I had. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to do the top 10 Nifty stocks. So let me look at the top 10 Nifty stocks and then I'll try to do a portfolio of them. So let me look at the Nifty 50 top stocks by market place, right? So let's look at the Nifty top 10 equal weight index and we'll get the companies from there. And then we'll figure out what to do with them. We'll put them in an equal weighted index and try to see what that looks like. So here we have the list, Nifty 50 stocks by market cap. So let me just try and put each of these into our portfolio tool. So I'll just clear this one and start creating a new one by inputting an equal amount for each of these tickers. So let me just do Reliance first. So this is Reliance. Let me put 100 for Reliance. I'll put 100 for each of these. So let me add Reliance. Next we have HDFC. So let's put HDFC. Again, 100 as the amount. Add stock. Then we put, let's say, Bharti Airtel. Again, 100. Next we have TCS. So we'll put TCS in here. Amount will again be 100. And do the same thing for next one, which is ICICI Bank. So ICICI goes in there, amount remains 100. And you know what? Let's just do top five because otherwise it'll be, there'll be too much input that I'll have to do. You can simulate it on your own. If you want this application, if you want access to it, just comment portfolio in the YouTube comment section below, and I'll send across the link to the application to you. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel and also get your friends to subscribe because we'll be discussing a lot of investing ideas coming in the next year as we go along. So we have the five equal weighted companies in here, and let's check what the performance of these companies is going to look like. So give it a little while. It'll take some time, to be able to fetch its own data because remember it's using free APIs right now. And if some of you are software oriented or coding oriented, then I'll be happy to share this code with you as well so that I can make it open source and you can maybe improve upon it. But what it basically does, it fetches the portfolio stocks information. It fetches the closing price by every date. Then it weighs those prices by the weights that we have given here. And based on that, it constructs the portfolio for every day and creates what the performance of the portfolio is going to be over the 1 month, 3 month, or 6 month period. So that is what it essentially is doing. So as you can see, we have a cute little cat here which animates. So I actually included this just as a fun little, Easter egg. And now it's fetching data for each of these companies. So that's done. Now this is what it is looking like. So if we did top five stocks of Nifty 50, if we did the top five stocks by market cap in an equal weighted portfolio, what our returns would have looked like is this. So I hope you can see all the numbers in here. The 1 month return is around 3.5%. The 3 month return is around 1.15%. The 6 month return is negative 0.12%, and the 1 year return is 8.2%. So the top five stocks essentially have done not too great against, let's say, a risk-free instrument like an FT, right? So you've only gotten 8.2%. So last 12 months, as we all know, have not been so great for equities. But that is why it often becomes such a interesting buying opportunity. So this is the first combination that I wanted to show you guys, which is the top five Nifty 50 stocks. Now let's do another one. Let's do a different industry altogether. So let me try and do the let's do some FMCG and defensive stocks, right? So let me do some FMCG stocks here. So let's do some Hindustan Unilever. You can see Hindustan Unilever is here. Let me do that. Let's do some ITC. That will give me ITC. And for good measure, let's think of a just to make sure that we're capturing the consumption basket. Let's uh, let's add some interesting other names also here. So let me just think about what would be a good inclusion in here to be in the consumer basket. So let me just do Nestle maybe again 100, and let's think of one more. What could be one more good consumer staple to add here? I don't want to do any of the larger names in here. Let me try and see if there is some more niche name that we can come up here. Like Wilmar, is it still listed? So let me just include Wilmar here and let's just see where that goes, because I want to capture the agriculture agribusiness basket here as well, right? So we have these four, and let's create an equal weighted portfolio of these four stocks, 25, 25, 25, 25 each. And now let's calculate the portfolio performance. So again, it does its job in the background. It fetches the stock price information. It fetches the closing price for each of these stickers. Our cat is smiling and is working here. We are currently doing ITC, and we have two more to go. So bear with it. It's a free tool. That's why it's a slightly slow. However, if there's enough interest from you and people are interested in enhancing it and seeking some information from in here, then I'll be happy to sort of, buy a paid API and make it available to all of you. Just comment portfolio, PORTFOLIO, in the comment box, and I'll make sure that you get the link to this tool for free, no charge at all, absolutely. So this is what it looks like, right? Again, last 6 months, positive performance, but more flattish kind of. However, 1 year again, it's trending more on the downside. So we have minus 5.6% for the last 1 year. 6 months, which is 126 trading days, has been around 3.99%. 3 months, which is around 60 trading days, has been 4.66%. And 1 month, which is the last 21 trading days, is 2.39%. Now, some of you might ask why 21 trading days. Well, remember there are Sundays, Saturdays, and holidays also. So it will never be exactly 30 or 31 days. Now let's do a different one maybe. Let's try to see all the newly listed aggressive tech players. So let's do Paytm. Let's do 100 for Paytm. Let's do Zomato, which is eternal. And let's do 100 for this guy. And let's do Swiggy, which is again 100. And let's do one more, maybe PB FinTech, right? Yeah. So let's do this guy. So we'll add each of these. We have created a equal weighted of four, and maybe let's just do one more. So let's do, I don't know. All right, let's just stick with these four. So again, we have done an equal weighted, or for good measure, let's make it slightly interesting, and let's increase the weightage of any two here. So maybe for Eternal, let's make it double. Let's say our portfolio, we had invested 200 in Eternal, which is Zomato, and 100 in everyone else. So you can see the weights have been normalized, right? So Eternal is now 40%, remaining each is now 20%. So we have these weights now. Let's calculate the performance and let's see what the portfolio is going to look like. So like give it a couple of minutes, it'll fetch its data, it'll do its thing and then show us all the calculations here. Again, I'm reminding you, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you want to become an investment professional, if you want to start a career or a side gig in the financial journey of your life, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel and you go to NISM Gym and check out my courses. There is a discount which is only running till the end of this week. It will not be around for much longer. So make sure that if you intend to join, join now. Join the Telegram channel. I share a lot of insights and a lot of information in there. And join the WhatsApp channel also. If you're somebody who likes to read, then you'll enjoy participating in my WhatsApp channel. All right, so this is what we have here. So very interesting trend here. If you have been invested in these companies, remember we increased the weight of Zomato so that it's double of each of the other stocks. So your recent performance is not so great. So you can see from the chart also here, it's a flat chart for the last couple of months, right? So it goes only from 120 to 123. This is an index chart. So it starts at 100. Our portfolio, if you assume that the value was 100 at the beginning, then at this point, which is 17th of December, the value was 124.74. At this point, which is 13th of March, the value was 81 rupees. So this is an indexed or rebased to 100 chart, which means that if you had invested 100 rupees, you would have currently been at 122 rupees, right? So over a 1 year period, what your return has been 24.32%. This has done exceptionally well in the 6 months. So if you had invested in 6 months, so somewhere around the draw over here, your returns would have been 33%, right? So I feel like this is a very useful tool where you can simulate different kinds of portfolios. You can play around with the weights, you can play around with the components, and just see what this portfolio looks like. So let me know in the comments what you think about this tool. Comment portfolio if you want access to this tool, portfolio, and I'll share this with you. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon, and join the Telegram group. I share insights from my experience in the investing world. You know that I've been an investment banker for more than 10 years. I've advised on deals worth billions of dollars. So if you want to benefit from that advice, make sure that you join the channel and make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. So that is all that I wanted to do here. Uh, and just for good measure, parting shot, let's just do a couple more combination just so that I can satisfy my curiosity. So I want to do a little bit about cements actually, a combination of cements and real estate. So let's just try to see what this is going to look like. So I'm just doing 2000 each so that everybody is equal weighted. And one more maybe let's do Godrej, right? So and for Godrej is to 4,000. So if this was the portfolio that we had invested in, let's try and figure out what the performance would have looked like. Ambuja Cement 25%, Prestige 25% weightage, and Godrej Properties 50% weightage. So as you can see, our cat has started to do his thing. They are fetching the information. Right now, they're fetching it for Prestige, and then they will do Godrej Properties next. So let's just wait with a little patience and see what they are doing here. Okay, now it's fetching for Godrej Properties. We're almost done, almost done. Come on. All right. So this is what it looks like. Property looking good in the short term, kind of slowing down over the last 1 month. So after the 6 month return, it's actually accelerating. So the major returns have come over the last 1 month. 1 year performance has not been good, but the sector in general looks like picking up. There's been a general slowness in the last 6 months, but in the last 2, 3 months, there has been a picking up performance in the sector. So this is a very good way of analyzing general trends in the economy. Let me know if you want this. Comment portfolio. I'll give you access to this tool and you can play it around. You can play around with it yourself. Also, if you're somebody who's interested in making a career in finance, visit nismgym.com. That is the website that you see here. You'll find courses, you'll get live mentoring session by me, and you'll get to be a part of a community of like-minded investor people so that we can all make this journey together. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.